Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. If this is your first time here, why don't you consider subscribing? And if this is your 10th time here or your first time here, would you please leave a comment down below, because nobody comments on my videos, so YouTube doesn't recommend them, and then I'm like, I have to quit at life because I'm terrible. Yeah, so let's make a wreath. I just realized that this only has, oh, okay. There is mesh everywhere. There's all of this, there's some over here, there's some here, here, and over here too. Because I kind of used 3 rolls of mesh for this wreath. We're not gonna have 3 rolls, but I cut 3 rolls. I'm gonna attach my cross brace here, because this is gonna be the first one I put in since I was cutting this mesh. Everything's from, all the mesh is from Hobby Lobby too. So, if you don't like to order online, you can go to Hobby Lobby. I was cutting that mesh, and I was cutting them at 18, everything's cut at 18 inches as well. I was cutting at 18 inches, when I was done I had like 24 inches. So I said, okay, I'm gonna cut that one extra long and put it in the middle. Alright, so let's look at what we got here. We have a standard metallic. This is either apple green or lime. If you order it on Craft Outlet. I think it's the same green that's in here. Apple green and lime are very similar. So it really doesn't matter. This is a wide, but this one is from Hobby Lobby. This is like a deluxe foil. These two Christmas meshes. This one was regular mesh. So yeah, they were all like $6. What am I doing? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I want to alternate the red and green as the base, and then come back with this on top, because I can't just put this in here. Well, I mean I could, but see, it's pretty see-through, but it's got cool texture to it. So how do I want to do this? I guess I want to put the red. I'll start off with the red. No, let me start off with the green. Just because I think the top mesh has more, it looks like it has more red in it. It really doesn't. It's just, it looks like it does. So I'm just going to ruffle these up. Go in here. That is in no way even, is it? Well, yeah, it is. Okay. And then this is my long piece over here, so I'm going to add this in. I'm going to do I want to do crumple? No, I want to do ruffles. Let me just do ruffles. Yeah, I will be alternating the red and the green, and then putting one of these on top. I'm just using the longer one in the middle because one's really long. It'll fill this in a bunch. Nothing's going to go in the middle, so I'm just going to preemptively snip this off. Okay, and now we're just going to alternate everything and put the plaid mesh on top, the Windowpane mesh. I don't know what that is. And I'm using brown pipe cleaners just because that's what I had already wired, and the only other white pipe cleaners I have are white or beige. I think I'm going to go all the way around with the red and green and then come back and do the other one. Yeah, so there's enough mesh here for 1.5 wreaths. So it's like everywhere. I went to Hobby Lobby today. I had my MRI this morning. Had to get there. Oh, my MRI was for 6:45, which y'all know I'm up at that time for 3 hours already, but I don't like to be up at that time and an hour away from my house that early, you know? So me and my mom left here at like 5, it's around like 5:40 maybe, and we got to the imaging center at 6:15 because they wanted me there half an hour before. They took me back at 6:20 and we were leaving at 6:45, so I left before my appointment was even scheduled for. And it was fine. They did forget to turn on the music, so the whole time I was in there, when the machine wasn't making so much noise, you think you're going to go crazy. All I could hear was my blood pumping in my ears. But it was quick, it was only like 15 minutes. I seem to remember when they did my foot, my MRI when I had the bone infection, it was like a half an hour or so. Like it seemed a lot longer because I fell asleep that time. So I went there, went to Walmart. Y'all, I had this whole day planned where I was like, okay, we're gonna leave the MRI place no later than 7:45. So we'll leave at 7:45, we'll get to Walmart at around 8, and then we'll be in Walmart for an hour, or, you know, 45 minutes, and then we'll have time to go to Dollar Tree, which opens at 8, before Hobby Lobby opens at 9. But we got to Walmart at like 7, left there at like 7:30, because my mom was like, what kind of food do you need? I was like, I don't really need any food. And she's like, well, what do you need? And I was like, well, I just need this. They didn't have anything I needed at Walmart or Dollar Tree. So, like, we walked around. She got what she needed. And she was like, okay, are we going to go? And I was like, I guess. And we stood outside of Dollar Tree for, like, I don't know, it was like 20 minutes in the freaking unbearable sun. Because something's wrong with my mom's car. And she was like, I don't want to leave the car running. And I was like, okay. Okay, we'll go stand out in the sun. That's fine. That's fun for me. But it was worth it because that Dollar Tree was stocked with fall and Halloween. So I got some more leaves. I posted a haul. I don't know where or when, but y'all have definitely seen it by now. We left there, wasted some more time at Home Depot, and then went to Hobby Lobby. Which it was the smaller Hobby Lobby. Like we have one that's really nice in Slidell. That's the one I prefer going to. This one's a little smaller, but it's a little less backwoodsy. What's going on with you? Oh. So it was a fun day. I got some mesh, I really was going for the ribbons because I was like, I'm tired of buying ribbon on Craft Outlet. First of all, they don't have anything. Secondly, I want to actually look at the ribbon. I want to look at it, I want to kind of poke my finger under the plastic. So I got to do that. I got like 5 or 6 rolls of ribbon, 5 rolls of Deco mesh, some stuff I needed for Patreon projects. It was so hot, my leg was killing me because I forgot to put on my my compression sleeve for my leg. But it was a fun day. I told my mom, I said, they have that 90% off the spring shop clearance, so you can probably get something for the house. We can get a couple of Christmas presents. Way to get anything. Because, like, my mom's just like me, like, okay, there's a picture here that's $30. But it's on clearance for $3. But the fact that they wanted $30 for it in the first place means I'm not buying it. And she's like, I'm not buying that. It was $30 at one point. How do they think they can charge that for that stupid picture? And I'm like, okay. All right, queen. see, I am very tired, but I feel like if I get in bed, I'm gonna fall asleep. And it's only like 4 o'clock, I think, maybe. I don't know, it took me a while to cut out this mesh. Oh, it's 4:42. So that's good. Maybe after I finish this base, I'll be able to go get in bed. Just kind of relax for the rest of the day. And going to Hobby Lobby, it always kind of like I want to go. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited. Like, last night I woke up this morning at 3 o'clock and I was like, I am so excited to go to Hobby Lobby. I'm going to get up now. I didn't. I got up at 4. I mean, I got out of bed at 4. But once we were there and I walked in and, like, the first thing I see that I'm like, oh, I really like this, and I pick it up and I can't afford it, I'm just like, which, in all honesty, I could have afforded anything I wanted today. I had a bunch of ribbons. I had like 12 rolls of ribbon. And my mom was just like, that's a lot of ribbon. And if she hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have thought twice about it, but she said that's a lot of ribbon, and I was like, you're right, I don't need that ribbon. And she's like, I didn't say that, but I put some of it back. But some of the things I wanted, and I was just like, this is too much. Like, I don't buy stuff for myself. Like, all the money I make goes back into my business and my channel and everything. And also, like, I don't need any, like, decorations, because I don't decorate my house anymore since it's, you know, it's just me, first of all. And the entire house is overrun with supplies and wreaths everywhere. But they had, like, you know, they had the little vintage Christmas line every year, and I always kind of want something, but I don't get it. My belly's making weird noises because I got pizza today. That's how, like, depressed I was. I was like, I'm gonna get a pizza. Which I kind of wish I hadn't done, because I was all depressed about Hobby Lobby, me not being able to afford anything. And I came home, and while I was cutting out this mesh, I was listening to a podcast, and I had a notification come up from Gmail, and I was like, what was that? Because I was like, that can't be another shipping notification, because I just sold a wreath yesterday. But, you guys, I sold a wreath yesterday and today. Yesterday was one on clearance, so I was just like, I just want to get this wreath out of my house so I can put something else up in its place. But the other wreath I sold today was the Wicked Witch wreath. So, that is very exciting. Deborah, she said she watches my channel. If you're watching this, thank you so much. That made me so happy. Whenever I make a wreath like that, I'm always like the donut wreath, the Snow White wreath, the Ouija board wreath, the Wicked Witch wreath. What is the other one? I don't know. Any of those, oh, there's like a swag on there, on Etsy right now. Like, whenever I make something that I, like, put a lot of, I don't care about the time, I care about the money that I put into something, and being like, oh, this doesn't have, like, mass appeal, so is it gonna sell? And the fact that it's sold, and it's going to someone who, she said she loves Wicked, which, I've seen a little bit of the musical, like, on YouTube and stuff, but I love the book. My friend Kyle, who I just made the custom wreaths for, she loved Gregory Maguire. I'm sure she still does. But I read Wicked because of her, and I was like, man, this is good. So I could not be happier that it's going to somebody who appreciates Wicked. So that made me super happy. I was like, yay! And of course, as soon as I, like, checked and made sure, like, did this actually happen? I was like, all right, time for me to buy a TV. Only because my neck is starting to hurt from constantly looking up here, so I want that TV monitor right there. And hopefully it will block stuff from falling behind the table. It also means I have to pack up that wreath, but I'm just like, oh. But when we got back to my house today, I had to pack up another wreath. And my mom was, I was really tired. My leg was really hurting me. And I was just like, oh, Hobby Lobby's too expensive. But, got back home. I had to eat something because I didn't eat before the MRI, and then I just had a bag of chips. I have eaten so bad today, y'all. I had a bag of chips for breakfast in Walmart, which, that is not a breakfast, so my sugar was at like 58. We were on our way home. So I walked in and I immediately put lunch in the oven. And I was like waiting for it and like really feeling bad. And I said, Mom, she was like, yeah. I was like, can you please go tape together a box for me? And she's like, oh yeah, I can do that. Which I have a whole table devoted to shipping, but nobody bought stuff for so long that it's just covered in supplies now. But it looks like, I mean, we're getting towards like the busy time when people are like buying wreaths again. Like everybody has that summer lull, so if you're not selling wreaths right now, don't feel like super bad about it. But I guess I'm gonna have to clean that off and clean the rest of that. Because I started cleaning this before my back went to crap. Anyway, I got my results, and I have a, it's not a herniated disc, it's a protruding disc, which I guess is like what happens before a herniated disc. It's on T9 and it's between T9 and T10, and there is moderate, some kind of something to the sac, and I was reading the I was reading the test results, and then I kept switching between the test results and Google trying to like type in all these big words I don't know. I'm like the myocardial sac functions and the I was whatever. So like switching back and forth, but I read all about it and it seems like not terrible, but it does cause pain. Obviously, if you've watched any of the videos for the entire summer of me being like, oh my god, y'all, it's so much pain, or me actually like, maybe there's one on Patreon where I just like completely break down. So subscribe to Patreon if you want to see those videos of me like completely losing it because I'm in so much pain and I can't get back in bed because it's too hard to get out of bed. Why is there so much red right here? This is cute, y'all. Everything looks so terrible in that monitor. Like, it just looks like brown, and then there's like red, green. A little bit of red, a little bit of red. But yes, so I have the information for when I go to the pain doctor, and I can say, hey, stick the biggest needle you have in between L9 and L10, and then give me more steroids than Lance Armstrong could handle. What was going on when I was cutting this mesh? Every end is like fishtailed. See, I go to the pain doctor in 2 weeks. And I'll continue with physical therapy, and I'll continue with, no, I'm almost out of my pain relievers. It is the first time, like, I've been prescribed pain relievers fairly often for, you know, I got, you know, dental work, or like after I had my surgery, after I had my eye surgery, after I had this, after I had that, when I heard this, when I heard that, and I have never finished a bottle. But I finished the tramadol. I have like 4 pills left. Oh no, that's not right. What am I doing? You go here, sorry. I don't think they're up for refill until the 8th, but he gave me 28 pills and told me to take them every 6 hours, and I was like, that's not gonna last me a month. But I actually thought they would, because I was like, I'm not gonna take these until I had to. Which I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, if you're in pain, do whatever you can. But, like, I hate pain pills. Well, I hate most of them. I don't mind tramadol, like, because it doesn't make me sleepy. I have to take it with Tylenol. But, it hasn't been bad. Like, usually if they give me something, like I've had Vicodin before and I've taken like, one of them and been like, nope. I can't, I guess it's because I'm so much of a control freak. I can't, like, give up anything. Like, I can't just be like, chill. I'm like, oh, no, we can't be chill. I guess what, like, people were doing that stuff in high school, like, oh, does anybody want to buy this? Does anybody want to buy that? And I never, like, pills wasn't my thing in high school. Well, drugs have never really been my thing. But, like, a lot of people were, like, taking pills, and I was like, I don't get it. And then once I was older and, like, I had something done, and the doctor gave me Vicodin, and I took it, and I was like, oh no. And this was when I was like 19, like I was young. And it was just like, I said, nope, I do not get the appeal of taking these for pleasure. I'll fold that onto twice. I don't know why. I just decided to. I like to mix it up sometimes. So yeah, at least I know what's wrong with my back now, and hopefully that will assist my physical therapist. I know it's gonna do. The pain doctor's gonna know exactly where to go now, and hopefully it will assist the physical therapist to know, like, where the problem is, and they can modify my therapy based on, okay, well, now we know that it's a disc protrusion with a moderate myofascial sac infraction or something. Somebody out there is like a physical therapist and they're like, oh my god, what is he talking about? And it did say I could go to a chiropractor, but chiropractor is not covered by my insurance. I went to a chiropractor before and it was $60 every time I went. I was just like, oh. My mom was like, just go, we'll figure out how to pay for it, because this was a couple years ago, and I was just like, oh. This is the same guy, I know I told this story before. I went in there and I was like, oh yeah, you know, my back's really hurting, and he told me to stand up against the wall, and he, like, bear hugged me, and, like, slammed me into the wall without warning. He's like, how's that? And I was like, what just happened? I said, are we dating now? What happened? What was that? Michelle doesn't trust chiropractors for some reason. I know why, I just don't know why. Like, I don't really know why. I don't know, a chiropractor tried to steal the baby or something? I don't know what's going on with them kids. I hope she's gonna watch this and call me and be like, a chiropractor did not try to steal my baby. And then I'll have to be like, yeah, because he took one look at it. I was like, I'll pass. I'll wait for a better one. Poor Michelle. I talked to her earlier, and I was telling her about everything, because she's like, call me, let me know what happened. And I was like, yeah, we went to Hobby Lobby. She's like, you took your mom to Hobby Lobby? And I was like, yeah, because y'all, there is one place my mom hates. If there's any places my mom hates, it's the ones that I love going to the most. Hobby Lobby, hates it. Michael's, hates it. Home Goods, don't even ask. She's like, I hate all the places you like. And I'm like, okay, well, you hate a lot of things. But I get it. Like, any stuff that she would buy, she's not going to buy because it's too expensive. And she doesn't do any crafts or, anything that they sell at Hobby Lobby. I was like, yeah, like, let's try to get her to buy. What was I trying to get her to buy? Oh, yeah, we were, like, looking through the spring shop stuff. And I was just like, oh, like, this is, like, they had, like, some cute signs, like, not for me and not for anybody I knew, because I was going to get my sister. Like, my goal with my sister Jen is to spend the least amount of as possible because she does not care. Like, I'll spend $100 on somebody I barely know, but I'm not spending more than $20 on her because she literally does not care. Like, she opens presents like this. Like, you open them, she opens it up, and she's like... And then takes the next one, and I'm just like, okay. So I was hoping to find her some 90% off stuff. And not just like, oh, let me give her some crap, but like, she likes like home decor stuff. The only thing I saw was a RV birdhouse, and I'm pretty sure I gave her that last year. Just a different version of it. But yeah, I think it was the year. Why is this whole thing right here is missing, y'all? Look at that. Can y'all see that? Maybe. Last year, me and Michelle went to that same Hobby Lobby because I'm like, it's not the good one, but we were going up there for something. It's a nice little shopping center. Like they used to have a Michael's. They don't anymore. The Michael's closed down, probably because it was so close to a Hobby Lobby. Michael's closed down, but they had a Marshall's, Hobby Lobby. There's like an Ulta. There's a Sake Cafe, which I think is 90% of the reason why Michelle always wants to go out there is so we can have sushi. There's a Five Below, Bath and Body Works. Like, it's a nice little shopping center if you like buy things. But we were out there for something, and we went to Hobby Lobby. It was probably around this time, but it was like the first week of them putting everything. I don't know how long the 90% off sale has been going on, but I'm about to do this again, putting this right on top of the screen. It was right around that time, and I went in there, and Michelle's like, this stuff's all 90% off, and I was like, yep, and I was just throwing stuff in my basket. I was like, Mom will like this, Jen will like this, Michelle, you'll like this. She's like, I don't like that, and I was like, what are you getting it for Christmas? I'm just gonna finish up with the solids because I only have 2 left. This is missing a whole thing right here, too. That's annoying. Thanks, Hobby Lobby. We got there early, so we had to wait again. But, okay, what's going on here? Can you... give up the ghost there. We were, like, standing outside waiting, but it was, like, there was a nice little breeze, and we were in the shade. And there's 2 women standing close to each other, talking to each other. Another woman comes up, and she's, like, standing away from everybody. Like, just, looking on her phone. And me and my mom were just standing there, and she turns to me, and she was like, why does everybody have to bring stuff back to this bleeping store? And I was like, that's what they love to do. Has anybody ever gone to Hobby Lobby and not had somebody bringing back a bunch of crap? I was like, I have never... First of all, I'd never been to this doorway. I walked right up to the cashier and checked out. Never happened. Always have to wait at least 10 minutes. And always somebody's returning something. My mom was like, that's because she got home and realized she spent $45 on a doorknob. And I'm like, wait, what? But that's probably true. I was like, but like the one where we were at today, it wasn't as bad. But if I go to the one in Slidell, like if you get there right when they open, there are like 6 women outside, like just full of returns. And I guess I would probably be the same way if I lived anywhere near either one of the Hobby Lobbies, but I don't. So like if I get something and I'm like, I don't really like this, I wouldn't bring it back anyway. Because I'd be like, you know what, I don't like this, but I'm gonna stick it in a wreath. What do you mean this dog costume that I don't like? I'm just gonna stick it in a wreath. Y'all, they had dog costumes at Dollar Tree for Halloween. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get business a dog costume. And Mom was like, don't buy that dog clothes. Because he's got more clothes than me. And I went to go touch it, and it felt like a, I don't know, like a fire retardant blanket. I was like, oh. I was like, this is unpleasant. Oh, and we're at Walmart, right? And I tell my mom, I was like, let's go look at the clearance stuff because, as you probably know, since I never stopped talking about it, I did recently lose 50 pounds, 52 pounds. I'm sure I gained about 8 pounds back today, but whatever. So a lot of my pants are not fitting great. And I think all my pants are from the women's section at Walmart because those are the ones my mom sees and they're marked down and they're not like, oh, these are like women's pants. They're just like workout pants, you know, like active wear. So I was like, let's go look. I said, I kinda need some new pair of pants because I had pants on the other day. I had to use a zip tie. Where was I going? I think I was going to my regular doctor. Like, I wasn't going to therapy. I don't know. I had to take a zip tie that I was buying to make wreaths with, and I took, like this, say this was my pants. I took them like this and squeezed them as tight as I could and put a zip tie like right here because they kept falling down. And I was like, nope, not buying a belt for this. So we go to look, and out of the corner of my eye, I see these like the red pants. Like they're not this red, but they're red. And I was like, oh, I love those red pants. And Mom was like, they're on clearance for $11. And I was like, oh, can you stay? Thank you, Janice. I was like, I really like those pants. And she's like, oh, they're on clearance for $11. Like they were marked down from 17. And I was like, well, these aren't marked. So I scanned them. They were $1. And I was like, can you give me one in every color? My mom's like, they only have red. I was like, can you give me one in every size? And she's like, why would you do that? So I just got a pair. And I really want to wear them tomorrow, but they're a little heavy for physical therapy. But I might. Because all my button-up shirts that I have, they fit again. So I could actually, like, get dressed tomorrow, y'all. Like, not just a t-shirt and some activewear pants. Like, I could put on real pants. I could maybe even put on shoes. Not gonna do that, but I could. I could get super fancy and I could show up at physical therapy and everybody be like, oh my God, Adam, you look so cute. Here's money. Because y'all know that is always the goal. Why is this wreath so big? Why is it every time, I've been making these wreaths for like 3 years now, and every time I'm done with one, I'm like, why is this so big? Why is it so full of secrets? Okay, so I have one piece left, so I somehow managed to get 19 regular pieces and one really long piece. 19 18-inch pieces and one really long piece. Alright, I am going to go through and just gently make sure everything is going the right way. Hold it up so my reds and greens are butted up against each other. I started going through and making sure I'm doing this, and I'm like, wow, you can actually see all the mesh now. Because, you know, usually it's like this where I just put it on top of there, but when you come through and you actually lift these up again, because yeah, it's going to get smashed while you're working on it. That's just what it do. What it do, baby girl. I was in Goodwill yesterday because they've been putting out some good Christmas stuff. I don't know if like a holiday hoarder died or something, but they've been having like decent Christmas stuff. So I went in there with my sister and I need a TV because I want to, you know, we talked about this, but I see a TV and I'm like, oh, they have a TV there, and like, it's $10. It's like the size of a computer monitor. It was very small, but it would have worked fine. So I'm like, oh, I'll look at that in a second. And of course, as soon as I'm like, I'll look at that in a second, a woman walks into the store and she's like, well, they have one here. I'm just going to see. It looks a little bit bigger than the one I have at home. And she squats down and she picks up the computer, and I was like, okay. And I didn't know it was $10 until she said, and it's only $10. And I was like, maybe she's gonna walk away without it. So she's like looking at it, and she's like, yeah, it's got that. It's got this. It's got the HDMI. And I was like, that's what I need. So she's on the phone with somebody. She's talking to him, and she's like, you know what? It doesn't have the power cord. She said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really need that TV. And I was like, do you really need a TV? I really need a TV because my neck hurts. So she's like looking through all. She's like looking, and she's like, she's describing the kind of cord it is. So I'm just like, and my sister's with me, and she's off in La La Land. And I was like, Jen, she said, what? I said, should I be a nice person and go help that woman? And she's like, if that's what you like to do, I don't like to help people because people are stupid. And I was like, okay, well, thanks. So she's on the phone with her friend. I walk up to her, and I'm like, ma'am. She says, oh, yes. I said, that is the same kind of cord that you would need for a computer monitor, which you could go get that cord at Walmart. I said, it's a 3-prong, and it goes into the wall outlet. She said, oh, really? And I said, yeah. And then, like, I saw at the corner of my eye, I was like, or, I said, no, I said, it's just like this one down here. So there's a monitor there, and she picks it up, and she turns it over, and she looks at it. She's like, oh, okay. She's like, one like this. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, why don't you just take that one? And she kind of looked at me. She's like, you think I can do that? And I was like, it's Goodwill. They charged me $45 the other day for a single sock. I was like, you can take that cord. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So then we walked off, and then I saw her taking the cord off and like plugging it into the back of the TV, taking the cord from the monitor and plugging it into the back of the TV. And she like waved at me, and then when we were checking out, she was in front of me. And she checked out, and then she turned around and she like winked, and she was like, thank you so much. And I was like, I did a good thing today. Like, maybe she couldn't afford any other TV, so that's why she went there and got that one, and I can afford to like buy a new TV, so maybe that's just what that is. So I felt pretty good about myself. And I got home and filmed the video, and I was like, oh my god, I can't see anything. Why did that woman take my TV? Alright, I need to adjust these some, because you ever look at a wreath when you're making it, and you're like, what is going on here? And then you turn it over, and like this. See, these are like right next to each other. Drop test. Is that 2 bounces? Yep. Okay, so I have a bunch of ribbon that I could put in here, but I think I'm going to leave that there because my throat's a little dry from talking, because I talked to Michelle, and then I talked to my mom, and then I started filming this after I filmed another video. So, yeah, I am going to go sit down and relax and do something else, and I will come back and we will do something with this wreath. I think I'm going to make a sign, maybe. Oh no. Alright, I'll be back. Guess who got a second wind? It's me. I laid down for a little bit and watched some infuriating YouTube people. And then I was like, alright, I gotta pee. I need to eat another slice of pizza. And when I got up, I was like, my back doesn't hurt. And I said, I could get right back at this wreath. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have all the colors of my wreath here. Green, red, white, green and red, red and green. One of the new ribbons I bought today. I don't know how much of this I have. Yeah, that's enough, I guess. Alright, here's something I want to share with you guys. I have become disenchanted with covering an entire wreath in ribbon. The last couple of wreaths I've done, I've been like, alright, let's first it started out, like, let's just put, I'm gonna start making this while I tell you this. Let's just put some tails on the outside, just 12 tails. Or 24 if I was using 2 ribbons. And I said, let's do it every other one, so let's do 6 instead of 12. And now I'm just like, okay. Is it necessary? And I mean, yeah, kinda, but I think I am going to attempt, I mean, let's see, because I really like this base. It looks really cute. I'm glad I bought 2 rolls of that plaid. I'm super glad I have my vacuum cleaner, because this ribbon makes a mess. I'm going to attempt to, first of all, turn this over. I'm going to attempt to not add any tails to this, I think. I might go back and add tubing, but I don't know about cutting 36 tails. I'm just like, eh. Okay, this ribbon, if you guys get this, it is a mess. It is beautiful, but it is a mess. And it hurts my hands, and it is so stiff. Okay, so what is this? I like 9 inches over here. I mean, I hope y'all can tell how stiff this is. I mean, just look at it. It's got a 1/4 inch thick layer of glitter on it. Okay. This one. Go down. Was it at 7? I'm gonna do this one at 6. Oh, maybe not. Oops. I think I have another roll of this somewhere. I just don't know where. Because I want a lot of that. I want a lot of the glitter ribbon to be showing. This $6 roll ribbon, don't care so much about. That $16 roll of ribbon, care a little bit about. I am going to leave this extra long. And I'll show you why, I promise. We are just trying new things. Okay, I think I want, that can go. Oh man, I even got it in the garbage can. Who are you, Adam? This is reading green to me, so I want to put my green on top of this so it goes the other way. I need to order more of this ribbon. I really like this. Alright, so I'm going to do these at 5.5. I'm not going to leave this one very long. We're just going to cut it. What is this one? Like 8. That over there. I am trying to think of, like, I know how to do this. I'm just like, I'm trying to think of all the ways. Is this new ribbon? It must be. I put the price on it. I'm trying to think of all the ways where I could make this space work better for me, because right now, y'all, I have lost an iron, a clothing iron. No idea where it's at. And the fact that something that big is lost somewhere in this room concerns me. I mean, I feel like you start losing big appliances like that, and eventually you have 50 cats and a goat eating through your bathroom wall. If that is your life choice, I support you 100%. That's not my life choice. So, I want to be able to make sure there's a place for everything. And I did get started with this. Like, I know I've talked about this before, but when my back shut down, I was just like, okay, well, that's it for me. I don't know how long that tail is, but it's pretty long. So I'm thinking, all right, I make bows, and then I take the ribbons and I put them all over here, and then I eventually have to put them back. But while they're there, until I put them back, like, it's taking up a lot of room. So if I had like a laundry basket down here, I could, as soon as I'm done, stick the pin back in, drop it in a laundry basket, and then move everything over to the ribbon rack and put it all back. The ribbon rack, also a mess because I just threw everything up there. Okay, do I want... I don't think I want the Merry Christmas on top, or do I? I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, because I want the Merry Christmas to be the longer tail. So this one will be at 5. I'm just trying to think of ways to make everything a little easier, because there's nothing worse than being like, I want to film something, and then coming in here and be like, oh, I gotta have half an hour to clean up. I have a half hour of cleanup before I can do anything. Okay, so we've got 2 really long tails, 2 shorter tails on this side. I was not expecting what. Did I do something wrong? No, it's fine. Now, people are super opinionated about ribbon with words on it. To avoid that powder keg, I have just avoided them altogether. But, okay, we don't want to go in like this, obviously. Ideally, we would have it going in like this, but I guess I could start it up here. Let me see. Start it up here. Do my loop. But see, now this is backwards. I don't really, I know that you can do that. Let me show you how to do this. I know how to do it, it's just I haven't done it in forever, so let's see. So we want an 8-inch tail. My loop is 5, so I need a 10-inch loop. Okay, now you're reading here, you're reading here. I'm going to do a 10-inch loop again for the other side, and I'm bringing it around the back, and then pulling this out here. So I'm sure there is a way to do this in the bow maker. I don't know what it is. I don't care enough to figure it out. That was easy enough. So that's straight, that's straight. This one's straight. And this one will come down straight now. Y'all got that? So you just have to make like, I mean, if you're doing one that has, if you're trying to do a bow that has 8 loops in it, obviously that's a little bit more difficult because you have to hold all that. I'm not good at that because I have bad hands, but you know, it's not hard to do when you have just 2 or 3 loops. I'm so close to just gluing this mat to my table because it's always sliding. I am going to take 2 pipe cleaners and I'm gonna bring them down like to here. I mean, if you're like, why are you doing that, Adam? That glitter ribbon is a beast, y'all. So this pipe cleaner has to hold a lot together. He has a lot on his shoulders, like me. When I'm trying to buy my mom a fence for Christmas. Yeah, my mom wants this umbrella from Walmart. It's $179. It's a 10-foot umbrella, so it's enormous. And I sold 2 wreaths this week already, and I got paid from Etsy, and I'm supposed to be selling another wreath sometime this week. And while I just talked about me wanting the TV, so I could make this a little bit easier on myself, I think I'm gonna get her the umbrella. Like, it's on sale from $300 at Walmart. She has her discount card, so we could get it for, well, basically, the discount's 10% and our tax is not like 9.5%, so you basically get your tax off. All right, so I'm gonna pull this super tight, push those up some, and then start twisting. Okay, not too much though. And look at that, she's all poofed up already. Sorry about that, y'all. I was like, let me slam this up against here. I'm sure that won't be super annoying. Oh, y'all, look at this mess. Look at the mess this ribbon makes. Oh, God, it's going to take me forever to clean this up. Oh, I'm probably going to have to stop the video. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just such a mess. Let me try this. Sorry again. Actually, you know what? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who are you? No, go off. Can y'all see all the stuff that's in here? That's like pins, there's pipe cleaners. Alright, and yes, I know, as soon as I touch this bow, the glitter's gonna go everywhere again. But, if I vacuum it up now, it won't all get stuck in the back of this wreath, and it won't go all over the floor when whoever buys this wreath opens the box. I mean, it will because the ribbon will still be in there, but it'll be a little bit less. It won't be glitter all stuck in a Deco mesh. Okay, calm down. Calm down, queen. Alright. I am going to take out some pipe cleaners up here. Actually, I might just take this one out, because every time I take them out, I'm like, no, because I do want to add tubing, I think. I'd like to bring a little bit more of that dark green in here. So, the way this is going to go in is that these tails are going to be down here. Okay? And I'm going to put this right over this, these ruffles rather, so it can be supported because it is large. I'm making sure I go through the mesh. Maybe? There we go. Oh wow. This is meant to be, y'all. Okay. Get that there for now. What's going on? Why are these two switched? I hate when it happens. Especially when it's a ribbon that literally just craps glitter all over everything. Okay, that's good. This is here. This is, what is that? Here, and then the green, and the green. This right up here, this one out here, this one over here. My long tail down. Down there, and then you, and you. Okay. I don't like that. This could be tighter. But I also like it a lot less when I tighten it too much and the whole thing pops open. Okay. So now we have these tails. I should have cut this one longer, but it's okay. Right, I'm going to get these three together. Yeah, I'm gonna have to either make that, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. Alright, and this is where I started. I'm gonna skip this one and come down to like, no, I think I'm gonna come into like here. Maybe, I don't know, we're gonna put this somewhere. So see, this screen is going this way, so I'm going to move it over here. And then I'm going to keep this one in the middle, I think. And then move this over here. So we can come in, fluff all this up, fluff this up around here. This looks awfully thin in the middle right here. Like right here. Let me trim this bow up and see how we're doing. I need to get these scissors sharpened. Ooh, that was a nice dovetail, you saw that? I'm missing a... Oh, here it is. I'm not gonna futz with this too much because obviously it's gonna get messed up as we keep adding stuff to this wreath. But I don't know that this was the right move. What did I do wrong here? Well, you know what? It might not be the right move, but it looks okay. I think maybe I will. Maybe I think I pulled these too tight. Let me undo this real quick. Give this to me. I'm gonna put you in because you go in the back. There we go. And then this one can go up a little bit too. Tie that off in won't come down. And it's going to go right back where it was because it's pretty short. Like, ideally, I feel like it should be over here, but I think that's stretching it too far. But we can try it. I don't think that green one's going to make it, but we can leave the green out and just pull these other two down, but I don't know if those are going to make it either. Okay, so you are free to be yourself. I'm going to cut this off right here so it starts with, I'm just going to cut off the Christmas, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I like that a little better. But I think what will really sell this is I'm thinking. Where's this ribbon? Want more of this. I think I'm going to switch to this one. So, I mean, you're definitely using less ribbon if you don't put, I mean, if you go like this route instead of ribbon in every tie, and you're not covering as much of the wreath. You know, you're still covering. Alright, so I did this at, these can be, let me go 12 inches, which means this has to be, that's really long, okay, 10 inches. Then we want this to be 8 inches, so our loop can be however many inches that is. Put this in here. Turn this one around. You are going to go in right. Where is it? Them up. Curl them up. Curl them up. What am I doing? You need to go over here, okay? You there, you here. I don't have these two right next to each other. And yeah, I don't like this. So that sucks, but I might have a way to rectify the problem. That's not how I used to do that. I don't know what I'm like, wait, what's going on? I think I'm gonna take one more piece of this. And fold all these in half. And this one. Because I don't want to waste. If I can put these in a wreath somewhere, I'm going to put them in a wreath somewhere. Oh, this ribbon's really nice. Okay, and then let's layer the, can you all see? Yeah. I was like, am I even down here? But yeah. Sometimes the camera moves around on me. Let me get some of these tails out of here. And apparently a whole bunch of extra glitter. Alright, and I would like you to be... I think you're just going to have to go here, huh? Or here. Or here. I think that's a little far away. So I'm going to put these in here. Okay, so what we have now is our big bow. A little half bow over here. This is filled in nicely. This is over here. I can put a big, let me go grab it just so I can show you all what's going on here. Oh God, my back. Oh, it's actually not that bad. I'm just used to being in excruciating pain business. So now I have just enough room between these tails and this bow to sneak in something like that. A sign can go down here. Nope. Those look like testicles. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Sign. I might do another little half bow over here. Or like over here, and then my sign will go here, and I'll go through and I'm gonna add tubing. But I will probably cut all that off camera and then maybe even put it in off camera because nobody wants to watch that. I have dark green because I want to bring in dark green. Any ornaments I put in here are going to be the dark green. And I have green, I have red. And I have the fall red, which is a deeper red. So I like that. But yeah, I'm really going to go to bed this time. I'm really going to get back in bed. I probably won't go to bed for a couple of hours. You know how I do. So Yeah, that looks good. I don't know what I was thinking I think I needed to come in and do a loop and then come in and do another loop and then let the tails fall, but I might, if I'm going to use that much ribbon, I might as well have just added the whole thing over here. All right. Okay, so what I did, this was the bow we originally had on. This was the tails that were over here. Are they still? No, they're still over here. Where did this come from? I don't know. I added some tails right here. Oh no, this is a loop. Okay, never mind. This is a half bow with the tails. There's another half bow. There's another half bow. This is a half bow. And then the tails that we originally put up here are down here now. So, still better than adding ribbon to every pipe cleaner. But I don't know. It's probably less ribbon than doing like 3 bows. And it gives you that same look without using as much material. Okay. Now, I don't know, like these that have should I put, you can't answer me, but I guess it just feels better to ask. Should I put the tubing in these that are already holding the bows? I feel like that's something I should do. I know we do this every time I do tubing, where I completely forget what I'm doing. Here are my ends. Pull them out, overlap them, each by like an inch. Find the middle, push it down. This goes in. Two, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Somebody remind me to turn my glue pot back on when I get to putting the sign in. This is my sign. I just kind of pulled it over. This is not sealed yet because I am in the practice now of putting my wreath in there, wiring it in, finishing the wreath, and then putting on polyacrylic, letting it dry, coming back later, pulling it on again. I don't want to sit here and put 3 coats of polyacrylic on here and waiting for it to dry until I can actually touch it and put it in the wreath. So it's got the cable mounts on the back. They are sticky on the back, and I put them on with a little bit of super glue just to be extra secure. Is my glue turned on now? Yes. Good. Nobody reminded me, but that's fine. I see how y'all are. So yeah, I don't need to be here with my Cartier Love bracelet on. I don't need to be here. I'd like a better camera. You know? I'd like a better camera. I'd like a new cutting mat. But I'm not like, oh man, I can't wait to get in my BMW to drive the Hobby Lobby. I don't need that. What is that going to do for me? Like, if I had a bunch of money, would I get a new car that had no problems? Maybe. But also, when I got rid of my car that had so many problems and had to get a new one, I was so upset that I could not eat for like 3 days because I was like, I got rid of my car. That car's been with me since I was a sophomore in high school. So, I don't know. I just want to be able to do things. I want to go on vacations. That sounds horrible. Alright, so bow here, sign here. I'm loving these round signs, y'all. It used to be so hard for me to like make a wreath because I was like, what am I going to put in the sign? Like, what is this? I buy the sign and then I have to buy everything to go around it. Now I'm like, I'm going to use what I have and then make a sign to go with it. And if you are on Patreon, I started a sign club on Patreon where you get, for $20 a month, you get access to everything that's on there. So everything the $5 members get, but you also get a sign delivered every month. So this is a sign for November. So you can have it, you can get it in November, and you have time to make a wreath with it before Christmas. So like September will have a Halloween wreath. October will have a Halloween sign. October will have a fall sign. November will have the Christmas sign. And then December will have like a winter sign or an everyday sign. And then, you know, January will have Valentine's Day. March will have, no, February will have like Easter. You know, just like a month ahead of when the holidays actually are. I like the days where there's no like big holidays. You like June, I'm not sending, you know, for June I wouldn't send out like a Father's Day sign because are people making Father's Day wreaths? But you know, like an everyday, just like a summer sign. Or do like the 4th of July sign in June, and then in May do like the everyday sign for use in June. God, that was confusing. But yeah, this is a sign for November. I think I'm only gonna leave it open. Oh wait, this is where, okay, this is where I have to glue something in because I see that little dog treat thing in there. And I think I may also do like an embellishment club where you pay more than the sign because every embellishment I make takes 45 minutes to do. You know, like $30 a month, you get access to everything on Patreon, and you get an embellishment every month. I'm like, wait, where is this one going? Oh, I had like an hour left on my battery, on my card, and I was just like, please let this last through me doing this wreath. Because it takes so long to empty my card. First things first, I'm going to take an ornament and glue it over that dog bone. Oh, I'm going to take the dog bone out and then glue it over the tubing, which is way back here, so let me use a green one because you're not going to see it either way. Because it's basically behind. Oh, I need to fill this up, y'all. Okay, so that's there, just to make sure that, right there. Make sure that, tubing doesn't come out. And I'm just gonna go over my tubing, but not like I'm okay with not having any here because there's all this stuff. I'm not gonna go over the ones that have ribbon in them too. But like I'll stick one in here. That's green, red, let's do a green. And I'm pulling in only the dark green instead of the lime because the mesh has a little bit of dark green in it, and that's nowhere else on here. except for in the tubing. So yeah, that got awfully ranty, but that is just how I feel about things. I just want. Like, is that weird to be like, there's nothing specific, but I just want. Green, red, green, so I do red here. I don't know what I would do. Like, if I had the money that some of these people on YouTube have, you know, they're making a lot. Who just put on makeup or cleaning their houses. Not that I'm saying like, oh, they don't deserve it, because they've worked hard, obviously. They've done something wrong. Well, they've worked hard, so they deserve to be rewarded. And I'm over here like, to the 3 people who are watching this video, like, if I had that kind of money. Oh, I forgot a thing back here. It's like behind the bow, so I don't think it matters, but just for the sake of continuity. I don't know what I would do. I think if I had a bunch of money, I would. I'm not talking about like millions of dollars. I'm talking about like a nice, steady income with some of it being disposable. I would help my mom pay for her house, put up a fence, buy her a gazebo or whatever she wants for the backyard. Which that's as much for me as it is for her, because I cannot go over there and like sit because there is no shade or anything. She's like, let's go outside, and I'm like, let's not. I think I would probably move. Hopefully somewhere with more space and no neighbors. And I know I just said that I wouldn't want to go anywhere, but I would really, really like to have a nice vacation at Disneyland, Disney World, during when they have Christmas going on. Like, and that's all I want to do. Like, I don't want to like, oh, I need to go here, I need to go there. I want to make sure I have this experience at Disney World. Like, I just want to go and look at crap. Like, that's it. I don't want to go shopping there. I just want to go to Disney World and meet Jen Pickering for one day so she can take me to all of those places that she goes to all the time. And I could buy a bunch of crap and bring it to my new storage area in my 2-bedroom house that I own. With no neighbors in the middle of the woods. That definitely sounds like how a horror movie would go, probably. So yeah, a masked killer will probably murder me, but at least I didn't have to hear a dog barking or a children screaming. Or a man screaming at the barking dog and the yelling kids at the same time. That guy is horrible, y'all. He hit that dog the other day and I was like biting my tongue. Because the dog was at the fence barking, business was barking at him, and he was like, get over here! And he, I must have missed something. Because there was a green here and a green there. That's fine. Oh, you know what? I went up. That's what happened. Yeah, he was like, get over here. And I was like, Jesus Christ, why do you have a dog? Why do you have a dog? Why do you have children? You know how many people would love to have a child? And who love having their dog, even though he poops on the floor sometimes in your new office with your new rug. Not my new office. And not me. I'm talking about somebody else. Y'all won't know him. He's from Canada. Poops on your new rug in your office. Out of spite, probably, because you left him to go have an MRI. Not me. It's somebody else. Y'all don't know him. He's from Canada. Okay, that's it, y'all. She's done. really like the way this came out with the half bows. I think I will do that again. And soon, maybe. I don't know. I have a rose gold wreath I want to make because I still have so much rose gold left over from Christmas 19. I was like looking for something in my closet and like this bag fell open. I was like, oh my god. My mom said, what is that? And I was like, oh, it was just a bag full of ornaments. And she was like, you with your ornaments. And I said, Mom, I made a giant garland. I don't know what else to do with it. I'm trying to put it in a wreath. I can only make so many rose gold wreaths. But yeah, if you want to buy this, I need to... I usually like to go over with a lint roller to make sure there's nothing on there, and then I'll put some polyacrylic on there. If you want to buy this, it'll be listed on Etsy. That is linked down below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok. Ugh. I put the video uploaded this morning. I was like, let me change my info on here. So I put it in the TikTok, and I was like, I feel dirty now. I need a shower. Etsy, Instagram, TikTok. You can join us on Patreon for $5 a month. You get access to behind-the-scenes stuff, early access to pictures of completed projects, lots of videos on wreath embellishment, exclusive content, all of that good stuff. And for $20 a month, you can join the sign club. And by the time you see this, there may be an embellishment club, but I don't know that I have that in me. I mean, I might, but I don't know. And if you want to tip me on Venmo, you know, I need like $900 to buy my mama fence. So if anybody wants to tip me $900, or if you guys want to get together and give me $900, that would be awesome. Right, I'm just filling it over here. And yeah, leave a comment down below. Let's talk about things. Tell me who you hate on YouTube. And no, don't do that. I don't hate anybody on YouTube. I'm just like, why are you so successful? You made a gnome out of a mop. Alright guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.